Part B of Chapter 5, Section 6, we will continue using the law of cosines. In this problem, the given information contains an angle and two sides. We know we're going to use the law of cosines because we do not know a side and its corresponding angle. The equation for the law of cosines is based on a side and a corresponding angle. So since we know angle A, we need to find side A. Let's write the equation of the law of cosines for this problem. Starting with a squared, it will end with the cosine of its corresponding angle. These parts are in common every time we write the law of cosines equation. The two sides we have not used are sides B and C, so they go here and here. Okay, now that we've written the equation for the law of cosines for side A and corresponding angle A, let's substitute the values. Simplify the right side. 25 squared is 625. 20 squared is 400. Negative 2 multiplied by 25 multiplied by 20 multiplied by the cosine of 33.9 degrees is 830.0122851. Make sure your calculator is in degree mode. Now we can combine the numbers on the right side. To get A alone, we'll square root both sides. We only get the positive version because this is a length. So we found that side A is approximately 14. It is fine to say our final answer of A is about 14 or about 13.96. But if you reuse this number, you want to make sure to use as many decimal places as the calculator gives you to ensure the next answer is as accurate as possible. We still need to find angle B and angle C. Let's go ahead and find angle B. You may be tempted right now to use the law of sines because you have angle A and side A. But remember, you cannot use the law of sines to find an angle measure unless the original given information had a side and a corresponding angle. If we're going to find angle B, the law of cosines formula will start with side B squared, ending with the cosine of B, filling in the values around -2. The two sides that we have not used in the formula are sides A and C, so they go here and they go here. All right, now let's substitute in the values. Substitute the values. Remember, you want to use as many place values as the calculator gave you for side length A as you possibly can. Simplify. I can combine 194 with the 400. Now I'll begin to get cosine of B alone. So I'm going to subtract 594.9877149 from both sides. Then divide both sides by negative 558.5520064. Take the inverse cosine of both sides, making sure my calculator is in degree mode. And I find out that angle B is about 93.1 degrees. All we have left is to find angle C. Although we cannot use the law of sines to find angle C, we can use the fact that all triangles add up to 180 degrees. So we'll just subtract the two angle measures that we know, angle A and angle B, from 180 degrees. And we find that angle C is about 53.02 degrees. When you are solving triangles and all of the problems are mixed together, it's important that you understand how to choose law of sines versus law of cosines. So one more time, you cannot use the law of sines unless in the given information, the original given information, you are given a side and a corresponding angle. You can, however, use the law of sines at any time to find a side. That is safe. To illustrate this point, I'm just going to show you what would have happened if we would have used the law of sines to find angle B rather than the law of cosines. If you set up the law of sines after you found side A using angle A, we would cross multiply and divide to get the sine of B alone, and then take the inverse sine of both sides. And notice the angle that I just got is not the correct angle measure. It does happen to be a supplement of the correct answer. So remember, do not use the law of sines to find an angle unless the original given information contains a side and its corresponding angle. If you start with the law of cosines, stay with the law of cosines.